What we're looking at here is a kitchen range vent fan, and you're probably thinking, what in the heck is it doing here instead of up on the roof where they would normally be located? And that is a good assessment, but this one actually is part of the kitchen island. There's a stove, not an oven. There's a stove top and a grill on the on the kitchen island, which of course you can see right in here is the kitchen window, and it actually goes under the floor. It'll be part of the slab. So if you have a home that has a concrete footing, this will actually go underneath the concrete slab, and it'll be a pipe probably about 7 to 10 inches wide in diameter. And again, don't quote me on the exact size of the pipe, but they will run them under the floor. And if it's a wood frame floor, the vent pipes will run underneath the subflooring and the framing. And what is it? What does it actually do? This actually will take the odors or whatever the cooking gases are. If you're barbecuing something, some of these grills have barbecue functions on them where it actually works just like a barbecue outside the home, a gas barbecue. You can use it inside. Well, you want to get rid of those fumes, and depending upon how the home was constructed, and in this case right here, it was a cathedral ceiling or vaulted ceilings. They were tall ceilings, and you would have needed to drop down a large range hood and to suck the gases out through the roof, and obviously the designer didn't want to do that and opted for this instead. So if you come across a property and you see something like this next to a kitchen, they're usually going to be located next to a kitchen because they really don't run these things long distances. They want to keep them as short as they can, so that they operate more efficiently. So they should be located next to a kitchen. And if you're having doubts, you're not really sure, go inside the house, turn on the kitchen fan on the island or the vent fan, even if it's there's a good chance that if there isn't an island in the center of the kitchen, and by an island I'm referring to a separate cabinet that would be in the center of the kitchen, separated from the surrounding cabinets that go around the perimeter of the kitchen. And if it doesn't have a stove in it, then you would need to really figure out what this something like this would actually be. And again, this is why when you really get down to serious home inspections, you need to know, if you're planning on buying a house, you need to know what everything is and if it actually operates and works. And something like this, I've thought about this. I don't really hear a lot about it, but if you think about this and you have something that is going down into the ground and then traveling horizontally about let's just say 5 feet and then coming back up, you'll actually form a U, and you kind of form a trap. And I would imagine over a period of time you're going to get sediment, dirt, you're going to get stuff trapped in these vents, and they might need to be cleaned out. So that might be a consideration if you for me, it's always been a downside on whether or not I would ever install something like this. It's not something that I'd rather see something over an over hood or an over the range ventilation system sucking all of the harmful gases or odors out of the home instead of something like this, just because of what I just described to you as another area that could catch a lot of debris. So in other words, if you have a ventilated system like this and it is running from a island inside the kitchen, center of the floor, to the outside of the home, and it isn't operating as effectively as you would like it to, then it wouldn't be a bad idea to contact someone and see if anything is clogged up in these pipes.